Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Um, we should be good. We should be live. It's Stephen here, tighting all things Manchester City after a very satisfying display. I can't hear myself through the headphones. Fingers crossed you can hear me in general. City have just won 3-1. I'm very happy about this. Very, very happy. After what's been a tumultuous few weeks in the world of Manchester City, we're dropping points here and there and draws and so on. We are champions of the world and we've just won 3-1 away. 3-1 away at Everton, and I tell you what, we absolutely did need that. Once again, this is the Fan View Live where I chat to some of you guys, to the Patreons or the members. It's massively appreciated. If you want to come and have a chat with me, once again, maybe sign up and become a member if you want to. I think we have someone new. Samir has just done in the chat right now as well. Samir has just become a member. Samir, thank you so much, man. Samir, the link will be in the description. I'll put it here as well. There we go. You can join there with that link I've just pinned there, so you can become and come and chat away to you guys. I've already got Michael, Scott, and Keval waiting to have a chat as well. Michael, I'm going to actually add you into StreamYard, but you won't be live yet. I'm just going to use you as an editing basis, if that's all right, Michael. So I'll be getting onto those gents in a bit. I'm looking forward to it. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. Look, honestly, that result was much needed. It really, really was much needed. You can't deny that. I'll quickly go to some Guardiola quotes because he's just said some wonderfully chest-out stuff, which I absolutely love from Guardiola. He's just said, I'm going to remind Man City's players every day that they are world champions. We have standards to keep. I will remind them of their responsibility to be world champions. I love it. And he said, when asked, that's why we are world champions, the best team in the world. Come on, Pep, man. Say it with your chest. Say it loud and proud. And I love that confidence from Pep Guardiola. And he's right. That is why we are world champions, and that stuff does matter. You've got to show that quality. You've got to show that we're good enough. And right now, we are the best team in the world, so I'm very happy about it. Hello to Michael, Wickerman, Farhan, and Zach in the chat as well. Please give this video a like. I am very close to 70k now, so if you get there, it'd be very much appreciated for 2024. Right, I'm going to go over to my man Michael. If you want to unmute yourself, Michael. Yeah, I'll be with you in a second. There we go, Michael. How are you, my friend? Are you good?
Doing well. How you doing?
Mate, I'm good. I'm happy. I needed that. I don't know about you.
Yeah, same here. I
I
mean,
massively needed it.
just like the first goal was writing on the wall. The past few weeks, it's always the same. We play like really well, and then just a couple mistakes, and then they score. So it's good not to end it with we dropped more points today. So
So when they scored, you know, and we're all thinking, oh God, we've been here before. Where was your head at? Were you calm still, or were you fearing the worst?
right when they scored, calm.
Okay,
The next 15 minutes, shitting my pants
you're right
because
about that. It was the reaction, wasn't it? It wasn't particularly good.
no, it was terrible. But at least the second half, then all the worry was gone after that. Like when even the first like 5 or so minutes, you could see that whatever little tweaks were done or just change in mentality had fixed up and things looked good just like before they had scored. So
I agree. I actually agree because I did think that we were playing quite well in the first half up until that goal. I'm not saying we blown them away, but I think we really sometimes forget. And we just look at the name and not the context. And like we look, oh, it's Everton, you know. But it's Everton away with a galvanised Everton under Sean Dyche. So it's basically Burnley away from years ago. They've also had the charges as well. That 10 points deducted. They are very much us against the world right now, and this was always going to be a very difficult game, wasn't it? It doesn't matter. Even if we were flying with De Bruyne and Haaland, it was going to be a difficult game. It's the kind of game where, you know, you don't take anything for granted. And 3-1 away, it's a really tough score to get, isn't it? Like, and I think you look at the bigger context, and like I think it's become quietly an excellent performance.
oh, is that time for me to chime in?
Oh
I
yeah,
agree.
sorry, it's just
I
more it's a
definitely agree.
bunch of statements there, really, and you can just want to know what you think on like the quality of the performance overall.
I think everything you said there is absolutely correct. And it was a really good performance, other than that small spell. But like you were saying before they had scored, like we weren't blowing them away. But if I'm remembering correctly, the stats popped up and we had like plus 70% possession and 7 chances. So it was like, okay, well, it looks like we're gonna win this game, but and by the end we did. And you can sit back and say that, like, I don't think anybody in the team really had like a bad game. You can't pick on anybody and say, oh, like they were pretty crap. Everybody was quite good, I think.
What did you put the second half turnaround down to? Is it anything particular? Just a collective issue, or
I think it was just I'm gonna really be guessing here and kind of put words in the manager's mouth, but I think it was he probably just went in there and said like just calm down.
yeah,
Um, cause it seemed like after they had scored, like obviously the fans in the stadium got really riled up, and um, I think the reason we played so poor is just because everything was so like, oh well, now we got to get back in this game. Like, let's try a through pass. Let's try and dribble the ball up the field when it's not the best option. Just doing things that the players normally wouldn't because they might have been a bit rattled. And then
yeah.
uh, going into the second, I think I even saw Pep on the touchline near the end of the first half, just holding his hands out like calm down to say. That might have even been in the second half. I don't know, but
No, you're
I'm
right.
gonna use it. I'm gonna use it to push my agenda. That his message was just calm down.
You're probably
And
right. I just saw a great quote as well from Guardiola. He said, "I remember on the plane coming back from Saudi, I listened to the Man City plays when they didn't know I was listening. So basically, he just admitted he was spying on his players." He said, and he started to talk about Everton. And I said, "Wow, this is my team." I can only presume what he's getting at there is that they were obviously talking about Everton in terms of the actual game and what it would mean, and the focus. And I guess he was over listening as manager, going, "Oh, these guys, they are really focused. They definitely, they still have that hunger." And you think you're right. All you need to say to a team that you trust like that is just calm down, be who you are. Do not forget who you are. As he said, this is why you wear the badge there. Remember who you are and go out. And I was calling at half time. I was there I was not sure if you caught the half time bit, but I was there I just want to see someone take the game by the scruff of the neck. Someone go out there and do it. And Phil
Mhm.
became that guy, and that's what Keval would do. That's what Aguero would do. That's what the special players do, and it's wild to see Phil become that. But I think he's getting there, isn't he? Because he's always been he's never been the main man. I would say Phil. He's always been great, but never the main man. In the way that Aguero would be, or Haaland, or De Bruyne would be, or because not that he isn't brilliant, but you know what I mean. He's always been like an important player, but not the key player. But it felt like today
Mhm.
Phil made that step. Do you agree?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And I think it's hard, sort of, not that he doesn't have the quality to do it, but from the position he's in, sort of really slowly being eased into the team and sort of filling multiple roles in the team, it's hard to go from that to I'm the guy, right? But even if he takes one step per game towards that for the rest of the season, I'll be happy in the end because like you see when he does today, it's amazing. And
It is indeed.
it,
Michael, I've just realised I've got like 7 people waiting. I don't know
no, no,
one,
that's
two.
that's perfect. I was gonna
Yeah,
say I gotta go eat dinner,
yeah.
so
So like, I'm going to go.
cut me
So
short.
thank you so much, Michael. You're a legend. Catch you in a bit, mate.
Yeah,
So
no worries.
everyone waiting. So Scott, Keval, Louis, Sammy. I'm gonna give everyone like 5 minutes max because I just don't want to go to bed dead late. If that's all right. So like, if everyone's all right with that, because I just I probably will make up Ruben, who's directly below me. So I'm gonna get on to everyone, but I want to have a chat to everyone, but it'll only be a few minutes each if that's okay. So if you've got anything you want to chat in particular when you jump on, just do let me know. Because I just to be on top of it. Once again, this is the Fan View Live, guys. If you're watching, please give this video a like. You got my match reaction, of course, on the channel as well, which you can go and check out. For now, though, I'm going to jump over to Scott, who should be waiting. Scooter, Scott, my man, how you doing? Are you good? Looking
Yeah,
vibrant and
man, I'm good.
fluorescent.
There we go. How's it going?
Mate, I'm happy. I'm happy. I've had a lovely Christmas, and I was really worried that it was going to be ruined by that. I woke up this morning dreading it. What about yourself? How you feeling?
Feeling good. It was a good day, that's for sure. It's been a good week of football for City, so
Hasn't it just? So we get just before
yeah.
Christmas, we get crowned world champions. Then we watch everyone else clamber about and make a mess of it. We just chill over Christmas, and then we come back after Christmas after a break and get a massive 3 points. Like what? Could you ask for anything more from that for Santa? You know what I mean?
Well, I know it's a different kind of football, but my team here in Detroit won their first like championship for their
Go
division
on,
and the first
Detroit.
time since I was born, so 30 years.
What's their what?
So that
What's
was
the name fully? Detroit what?
the Detroit Lions.
Oh, there we go. I knew that name actually.
They're an OG team, but yeah.
Go
So
on,
yeah, it
Detroit
was a great
Lions.
Christmas to say the least. Yeah, no, I'm very excited. First time since I was born, basically,
Oh man,
which is
you're
amazing.
eating
So
good at the moment, aren't you? You've had a wonderful few days. I'm happy for you, mate.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Uh,
can't complain. No, super good.
how important was this performance tonight, then, mate? Like,
Yeah,
is it?
I got a couple notes if you want to go
Yeah,
through them.
you just go
I
for it.
got a couple.
You take the mic, go for
Yeah,
it.
no, I got you. So yeah, I'll take off from where you left off with Michael. Foden's confidence growing more and more. I mean, I think he's always been a confident player, like you said, but it's really starting to shine now that he's had to step up in the absence of KDB. Um, I think this game definitely showed it with those, especially that last shot where he almost like ripped it on the keeper from like maybe
Man,
35, 40 out. And I was like, that I was saying shoot it though from home. I wanted him to shoot it right there.
yeah,
And like, there's so many times where I'm like, he should be doing stuff like that. And, it's just really good to see. And I think, to kind of move into this, another note I had is I really love this young team and I can kind of see Pep still being super interested in um still being dedicated to City in a way where he sees this as a new project. He might not, yeah, I don't know how long he wants to stay or whatnot, but I think it gives him that new kind of challenge type of thing where
yeah,
we've lost a lot of those old people and a lot of these new players seem hungry. And, it's hard to get people to buy in once they've won everything, right?
yeah. Of course,
And
yeah,
I think we've got a young enough core who maybe didn't feel like they were the biggest part of that championship, or they just came in kind of thing, and now they still have a coach who they know if they trust and they follow all of his stuff, he can lead them there. So I think that's something that I saw out of today's game and the past couple games that I think Pep, um, I'm hoping Pep sees too, but it's just something I think it inspires me at least for the future for City. I really like the way we play, and I think we have the technical ability because I love the way. I know some people don't love Pep. I don't know why, but I think
idiots.
the way that yeah, I mean, it's the right way to play football in my opinion. And defense through possession, I think, is the way that you kill teams off. So um, that was my other note, kind of for the other one. I think I had two other notes. One was just Alvarez. I think continues to play really well, and just that's one of the things that I think Pep's looks for is those workhorses who
Yeah,
will
of
do the
course.
work that aren't like the most flary type of players, but they'll um just be a workhorse. I mean, like that's what Messi was. You don't see Messi doing all those crazy tricks even back when he was young. He was just,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
quick like body feint and then go. And then he would just run all game. He would do the work. So I think that's kind of what he sees in this team.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I think you're right about the young team thing as well. I think the change in personnel can be disruptive, but I think it's necessary, isn't it? It just is. It's necessary to keep everything feeling fresh. And I've noticed a sort of change in tack from Guardiola's quotes recently. He's been very defensive of his team, and it's like he could have actually come out and been a bit tough, and been like, well, they need to be better than this. And Pep, Pep is better than this than anyone else in the world. Like he knows when he needs to be tough, and he knows when he needs to be soft. I wouldn't be surprised if, looking at the age of the team and the fact there's a lot of new players and so on, and given what they've achieved, he decided, actually, I'm going to defend my team here and give them respect that they deserve. And I think he's decided on a certain route. And I think he's right. I think he's right to go down that route because he could have come out and gone, oh, they need to be better than this. And what could have happened is the players gone, come on, man, look what we've given you for years. Like just defend us a little bit. And he's read the room. I think he's read the room really well, and he's looked at the players in their eyes and gone, these guys are working for him. And I think you're right in terms of the younger team is gonna be essential. So Scott, before you shoot off, is this the start of the turnaround now? Like, is it gonna happen from here?
How many points? If Arsenal get the game, we're only what 3 points away.
You're only 3 points behind Arsenal, 5 Liverpool, but with a game in hand, so it could only be 2 Liverpool if you win a game in hand.
So I think it's the start of something. You know me. Come on, don't ask me those kinds of questions. Get out of here.
Stupid question. I apologize, mate.
I definitely think it's the start of something special.
Imagine, mate.
Come
Four
on.
in a row. 4 in a row. God.
I mean, KDB coming back, Holland, Doku. I mean, yeah, I think we're hitting our stride. Hopefully, like we usually do, right at the right time. But I mean, we got to be thankful for everything we have so far. So you know what? I just hope the boys get through the year all healthy and whatnot, and we can continue to enjoy their football.
That meme, you should have killed me when you had the chance, springs to mind, doesn't it? They should have done indeed. Scott, thank you so much, mate. Have a lovely new year if you don't see you before then. In a bit, love. See you
You
later,
too.
pal. Bye
Bye.
bye. Top bloke, Scott. I'm going to go straight on to Keval after. After said once again, thank you to everyone watching. Please give the video a like. Yeah, I do want to slightly elaborate on that point. I do think Pep is choosing his tone very carefully right now, and I think it's interesting to see how he's sort of navigating through that maze of inconsistency. I think he's handling it really well. I think you don't realize it until you step back a little bit, and I like it. I think it's been really. Well, he's smart. He's a very smart man, Pep Guardiola. I'm gonna read Keval on. Keval, how you doing, my friend? You good?
Yeah, man. Wonderful, wonderful performance. Second half, especially, just a great Boxing Day fixture for us, and 3 points, three solid points that we needed.
We did need it, didn't we?
Thanks to, yeah, thanks to some wonderful attackers.
We really needed that, didn't we? Like we
Yeah,
can't stress that enough. I really did think
yeah.
we talk about every game being important, but I don't know. I feel like tonight would have been too much, wouldn't it, if we lost this?
hmm
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think the Crystal Palace, I was really disappointed after we dropped points then, because even though we were slightly better, like our football as like movement, like fluidity was better in the Palace game, we still struggled like just creating chances, like
Yeah,
clear
yeah,
cut chances, like we did today. Today, even in the first half before the goal, like the 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we created like three or four clear chances to score a goal. And, Pickford made a couple of saves. Alvarez missed, I think, one. Nunes missed one chance. So, yeah, it just seems like with the Club World Cup, um, seems like we're starting to get our fluidity back with the football back. Like some of the passing today was also amazing, like trying to break through their Everton press,
yeah, yeah.
and they were rough. They were very rough today.
And I don't think I think they were up. I don't think they were like over the top or anything. I think they were just physical, and like there was something that took
Right.
it.
Yeah.
I maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I expected. I guess maybe I wasn't surprised by anything, and it's what you expect to Wade Goodison, and it's going to be they're battling for survival. And we sort of have to you have to sort of dig in, don't you, and crack on. And I was just really impressed. To be honest, we could have easily, given the context of everything, just folded there. It could have been
Mhm.
easily a loss, and that third goal as well, like just getting that
Amazing
third.
finish.
What a goal,
As
Bernardo.
as he was pulling, Bernardo was getting pulled back by their defender at the same time. Just first time finish. I know the goalkeeper wasn't there to make a save, but still, it's just
That isn't
what a
easy, is it?
finish.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
And
Same with like Kevin last year against Arsenal at
yeah, yeah.
Emirates. It
How
was like an error.
how
Yeah.
much do you think the Club World Cup has actually impacted that performance? Like for me,
Oh,
I think it's big. I think that trip away has been really useful.
yeah, but it also I feel like kind of took away our fitness and freshness as well. Like a lot of traveling to Saudi. I don't know how far it is from UK. Maybe
Uh,
4 or 5 hours.
yeah,
Uh,
maybe
so
maybe six, something like that. A few hours, yeah.
so yeah, yeah, kind of if you maybe time difference and a little bit of jet lag, maybe So, but luckily we got a couple days of rest and Phil Foden, man, what a player! What a player! I'm so happy to have.
How good was he tonight? Like how does he stay central now? Because like I feel like he's made the transition, hasn't he?
He has been central a lot recently. I think like since Haaland has been injured, Alvarez plays like maybe a month now. Alvarez has been playing main striker and then Foden in the middle. So he's definitely, Foden is dropping solid 8 or 9 out of 10 seasons so far. Just one more step to be like, the greatest season of his career yet. In terms of performance, I don't think trophies might be hard to beat last season, but um,
Can he stay?
just
Can he stay there
performance,
when
yeah.
Kev comes back? That's the issue there, isn't it? Because Kev obviously will
Um,
demand that role, and maybe we do. Maybe it's those two ahead of De Bruyne. What I mean? Maybe I don't know. Maybe he does something where he carries on doing the whole defender alongside Rodri as a like a Kanji or whatever to help a little bit, and then you can have the two. Or is it back out wide for him?
I don't like Akanji in the middle, to be honest. He's not as good as John Stones, and what a loss again. John injury might be. Pep said it doesn't look good, so he might be out for a couple months again, just not looking good. But I think me personally, I would start Rodri, Kevin, and Bernardo, and then
Yeah.
Foden and Grealish on the wings, and then rotate with Doku and Alvarez when we get time. Haaland striker. That's
Thank you.
that's how I would do.
Sorry, Nicholas just brought me a drink. Legend. Thank you.
Good.
Love you. Legend. I can't believe a legend there. What's that about? How corny is that? Love you, legend. She's walking about rum and coke, lovely stuff. I needed it. No, I agree with all that, man. The Stones news, of course, is an absolute kicker, though, isn't it? Because as you said, Pep said it looks pretty bad, and he said his ankle injury doesn't look good. We're presuming a couple of months there, aren't we? At best.
At least, yeah, but at least we only have 2 games in January for Premier League, so there's a little bit of break.
It's true.
So
yeah, it's true. Like it's not
Doku, Doku, Haaland, Kevin, they should all be back fit by the end of January, which is where our next game is. So we get like 2 weeks of break. So hopefully players can freshen up there.
And then if he gets back by March for the running, that could.
Yeah.
That's, I know it sounds like a long way away, but
with just 2 points away, or 3 points away from the top.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Keval, it's been a pleasure chatting to you, man. Have a wonderful rest of the night. In a bit.
You too.
Top bloke. Cheers to the wife, the legend, once again for for the rum and coke. I can't call the wife a legend. I don't know what's going on there. As if she's like some mate at the pub, but she may as well be. The wife is indeed a legend. Thank you guys for watching so far. Don't forget, please like the video. It is massively appreciated. And I would say anyone being a knob in the chat will get blocked, and I've just done that to someone. Right, guys, I'm gonna invite Louis into the video. Louis, my friend, how are you on this wonderful evening? What have you got there?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bailey's.
Bailey's.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, tis the season and all that. You have to.
Yeah. They're actually cheap as well this time of year. I wonder why.
Is it literally because they get rid of them all after just the days after Christmas?
No, it's been like this since like a couple of weeks before Christmas.
Oh, I thought they'd
Merry
put the
Christmas,
prices
by the way.
up, actually. I thought they'd be like, Christmas come around, Bailey's hike the price because everyone buys Bailey's. And it's a good idea. Make it a little bit cheap so everyone buys it. Diamond Pringles.
Yeah.
You good anyway? Did you have a nice
I'm
Christmas?
not. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, lovely actually. Been wonderful, mate. Perfect actually. Nick's not been fully well. Bit of a stomach bug, but we've had a wonderful time. Ruben's loved it, and it's been dead sweet, and I've loved it. And I didn't want City to ruin it. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up today, and I was like, I don't need this today. I don't need City tonight. I was not feeling confident, but how did that game rank in your expectations? Like, was it what you expected today? Was it better or worse or what? Where did it rank you?
In between, but I put out earlier. I said like it's comforting having like knowing when, like it's comforting not knowing when the teams are not out a few hours before the game.
Actually, yeah,
and
I quite liked
yeah,
it as well.
and I was like, this is not one of those games. I really wanted to know the team. Like earlier, I'm thinking, right, how's he going to do this? How's he going to do that? And it's like,
it was
and
weird,
it wasn't,
wasn't it?
and
Not
it's just,
knowing anything. Like, we had no idea if anyone's available. Haaland, De Bruyne, like, there's no press conference.
Rodri.
Yeah, Rodri was all
as
just
well.
a mystery. It probably actually helped a little bit, for it's like Everton didn't know what was going on, but having said that, all things considered, then without those players, that's one of the most important performances of the season so far, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like first, I don't know if it's 15 or 20 minutes, but that first 15 minutes, there was proper intent and purpose within the team, and I was just like, sometimes it works. Like sometimes, I always think of that the Sporting Lisbon game where we were 4-0 up at half time, and just like sometimes you wish you have those moments like. Hooley's shot and the Nunes chance as well. That could have been 2-0, but Pickford makes 2 really good saves.
Great saves, to be fair.
And it's that. Yeah, it's just.
But then, to be fair, they got the goals, didn't they? 3 goals in the second half. I tweeted as well. Like, we don't score the third, they will score a second. And I still maintain that if we hadn't scored a third, they would have scored in the end. In that 6 minutes injury time, they would have. And I don't know why that is, but I think that's a mentality thing right now. But
no, I actually think if we didn't score that third, I somehow think it's like not 6, but like 7, 8, maybe 9 minutes added on. And it's just like, where's that come from? And it's just like it would have been one of those games, but
Yeah,
yeah, like before, like going backwards before going forwards. I think Hooley's touch for Bernardo's goal is crucial.
yeah,
Him pressing, and even though it's a nick, it's those things just make so much difference. It's those details which make everything
absolutely.
count.
That 1%
I don't know
extra.
where I don't know where we'll be at the end of the season. I'm still I'm still on the fence of we need to get someone in January. And like you've probably seen me a lot of times, I am praying to God, no matter what happens in this case, Paquetá, just get him in. Just get him in.
I would
But
love it. I
at the
don't think
same,
we'll sign anyone in
like
January, by the way, sadly. I don't think we will do. In fact, I believe we won't sign anyone in
I,
January. We just
I,
don't do it, do we? We don't do it. But we
I,
don't want
I
to
just,
before.
I just have that. Someone, I can't remember who tweeted earlier today. No, it was Gus. He said our interest in Laporte back in 2018 was on the 20th of January. I think something like that's going to happen with Calvin Phillips. He's going to get sold like within the first week, and then City are going to go 1, 2, and 3. Pep, pick one of the three, go,
God,
and then
I hope so. Be massive.
like that's like I know City are not like anyone else, but I just at the end of January, I'm actually hoping on my birthday as well.
When's your birthday?
Like we sign a player. 29th of January.
Oh, there we go, mate. That'd be a nice birthday, wouldn't it?
we like Laporte got actually signed on the 30th. I'm like, why not just sign them on my birthday? That would have been perfect.
Idiots, what are they doing? I'll text Cheeky for you. Say just sort it out for Louis. I don't have his number, just to clarify. I wish I did, but I've never met him. But that would be wonderful. Paqueta would be great. I mean, I personally think they'll go. I think KDB will be back by then, and I think they'll just resist the temptation.
Yeah, this new kid, the new kid that from River Plate, the 17-year-old. I don't know how you pronounce his name, and I don't want to butcher it because I know I will love him to bits when he joins City, and I don't think he'll go on loan to Girona, even though they're doing fantastic. Please win the La Liga. I am begging you, Girona, please. But yeah, I can't wait for this new kid to come, and he. I don't like. There's a near post thread. There's not an ad or anything. I'm saying just read it. Like anyone who's watching this, read it.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I bookmarked it earlier.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I loved it.
He's great. He's a great player, and fingers crossed we'll see a lot more of him. And I think we will do. I think we're going to sign him, and fingers crossed it'll be announced on your birthday. That'd be great.
And Argentine players for me, like they have a special place in my heart. I know I shouldn't because I'm English, so it shouldn't be allowed, but I do.
No, it's warranted, mate. We've got a good reputation with Argentine players. Louis, I thank you so much, man. I'm going to shoot there. That's all right.
Pleasure, man.
In a bit, have a
wonderful, and a happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well in 4 days' time. Catch you in a bit, man. See you later. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Top bloke, legend. I'm going to get to Sam, I think, for the first time. Then Markus after that. Sam, how are you doing?
Hello.
Good to meet you, man.
It's 5 a.m. over here. I'm still waking up for the game. India.
Oh, whereabouts in India?
So it's 4:47 as of now in the morning.
4:47. Wow, mate. Like,
yeah.
Have you got anything to do tomorrow or today, even for you?
I mean, I was prepared for this. I have modeled my body for this time zone anyway. So like, I mean, I'm used to having games at 1:30, 1:45 a.m.
You've just become the night.
Champions League.
You like Bane. You live in the shadows now, basically. I admire that. Absolutely admire it, mate. At least you got to witness Man City turn it around. And thank you for coming on, by the way. Massively appreciated. Thank you for the support. But at least Sam, you got the 3 points, man. You must be buzzing.
Yeah, I mean, so I have basically made like a file of what I would like to call it, like a tale of two halves.
Yeah.
Which is basically the story of our 6 weeks. And I was about to file this whole game in that file that, first half is again same old story. In the last 6 weeks, we have been witnessing all in all again and again. But then the second half, it was that typical City that we all know we have seen in the previous seasons. And that was a massive shift for me. That what one half can exactly do to a team, like how that can uplift everyone, because it's not just, you cannot even pinpoint in the second half that whoever is good or whoever is bad. Like everyone has just like uh, kind of, they have seen like a massive shift in their
Yeah,
performance. You could see in the first half they were a bit after, like I think so, from 28th minute till the end of the first half, you could see that they were a bit shaky, and uh, they were a bit inconsistent, I could say, in some of the other way. But then the second half started, and then
yeah.
it took right off the bat, and Phil Foden, generational superstar. Like there is no doubts about it. Like when you hear these notions that could he be the game changer, I mean, you could slap this game right on the faces when you say that could he be the game changer. He is the bona fide game changer. Like
Absolutely.
what else do you want from him? What else do you want?
He's a special player in it, and I do think there's an
It
element of him
is.
just being not subservient. That sounds a bit too reductive, but he's definitely been part of the team, not not the main guy. And I do think the older he gets and the more he plays, and he can do things that others can't. To put it simply, like I think his performance towards
Agreed.
the end was this. It takes a long time to become mature as a footballer, and because he's won so much and been around for so long, we forget his age, and he is still only 23 years old. And I know he's played several seasons, but he's 23. He's still so young. Like I don't expect to see the very best of Phil Foden for another few years. I really don't, and I think he's showing signs, isn't he, that he can play through the middle. That he can understand that. And it's, obviously we all get excited by the dribbles and blah 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 and the long range shots. But there was a few times towards the end of the game there when he was just keeping the ball, playing nice passes, or skipping past the challenge to get the City up the pitch. That stuff matters, doesn't it? And that's the stuff that Pep will love as well. And there is a growing sense of seniority that's kind of falling onto Phil Foden's shoulders. And I think he's excelling. I think he really is. And I think he's going to keep his position as well, I think even when KDB comes back, I think Pep will change something. But I think he'll try and keep Phil in the middle. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, even if KDB comes in, there is still space for him to play on the left hand side. I don't see a reason why him and KDB cannot play together in the midfield. I mean, I practically don't see a reason why they can't function together. I mean, anyway, it's more the merrier if you have both of them who really have the knack to turn things around. And like, it's basically, why not have both? Why would you have to be only have one of them on the field? Why not, you can have both of them, and then let's see how things roll.
Exactly, yeah. There's an interesting quote here, literally just breaking from Guardiola. He said about De Bruyne, he said, KDB is close but had fatigue yesterday. When he was injured for 3 months, if you don't handle things good, you can get injured again. The injury was serious, so step by step, but he's training with us and he's positive soon he'll be back. I'd love for him to play the next game or Huddersfield, but what is important is keeping him fit for a long time, not for one game or another. So basically, KDB, just to summarise, he said he's close but he was tired yesterday, which is natural when you've been injured for a while. And it sounds like he said, I'd love him to play against Sheffield or Huddersfield, but what's important is to keep him fit for a long time. So it sounds to me he won't be playing in those games. I don't think he will do. I'm looking at the fixtures, and I still think it's probably going to be. Now it seems like a long way away, but I think he won't even play with Newcastle away because that sounds a bit. I think he'll be on the bench, but I think it'll be Burnley at home 31st, I reckon. But it sounds like he's getting close, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him on the bench soon. Maybe on the bench against Huddersfield or something like that potentially. That's encouraging, I would say. Gone.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Even like for me, if I have to be very prudent about it, I think so. Newcastle is the game where I probably either see him on bench or even get some minutes out of the game to kind of
Yeah.
be that match fit. But since you're talking about injuries, I think so. It's high time we need to talk about John Stones,
Oh,
and
mate.
I mean, we need to talk about him because I mean, there is no doubts about him being probably the greatest player at his position, but the inconsistency with his injury is starting to hurt a little bit, starting to kind of put the team in a bit fix. January market is not the solution for that anyway, because you won't find anyone who would kind of remotely come close to replace him. But I think so the conversations are need to start that for that right center back spot, that do we need to have a cover, because I mean the injury situation right from game week 1 till game week 19. I mean at least one of them gets injured. One of them is probably in the Manchester hospital. I mean there is, I don't see it.
Yeah.
There was not a fully fit squad in these 19 game weeks. So I mean we do, and since the games are gonna be more and more, especially from the next season where the load is gonna get bigger and bigger
It's
and bigger.
get bigger every season. It feels like it's never going to slow down, does it?
Yeah, and especially you have the Club World Cup, which is now gone like a different 32 teams format, and the Champions League, which is unnecessary, kind of making it more complicated for us fans to watch. So we need to manage these situations, I think. So that's why, and plus this injury is not looking good. I mean, Guardiola confirmed that the ankle injuries was, so probably like a 2 or 3 month layoff. That's just from the on outset of it, that maybe
Yeah.
somewhere around that. Or if it's much worse, then probably it's a season-ending injury as well. Like that's the worst of the scenarios.
I do think that you're right
But
in terms of I think Pep will. I think they'll consider it. I think they'll consider because if he's not young. He's not old, but he's not young either. And I think he's like 28, 29, something
yeah,
like that now for John Stones. I think they will consider. Sam, sorry to interrupt, mate. I'm gonna have to jump over to Marcus if that's because I'm running out of time tonight.
sure,
So
sure.
it's been lovely to chat to you, mate. And
Yeah.
next time, I'd love to chat to you again.
In the-
So I'll catch you soon, mate. Thank
Sure.
you so much. Top bloke, and I love you to meet Sam. I'm going to jump over though to Marcus, who's been waiting, then on to Sammy, and then I'll probably end it after that if that's all right. Marcus, my friend, talk to me about Manchester City Football Club.
That second half was a proper World Champions performance.
Wasn't it just?
Like, when Everton scored out of nothing, it was Rodri's fault for that goal, by the way.
It was. Yeah, absolutely was. People trying to blame someone else. Like it's clearly Rodri.
Yeah, they're trying to blame Akanji, and
his
and
pass
it
wasn't
was
that bad to Bernardo. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like he wasn't perfect, but that
there
was
isn't
Rodri.
there's an agenda against Akanji, so yeah, it's what it is. But when that goal went in, I just thought, I think it's happening again. Like I was getting close to writing off the season and just thinking, Champions League will be calm, we'll be fine. But then the second half happened, and it was as if Pep just pointed to them. They showed them that gold badge. Like, listen, you're world champions now. You have to show them that you're world champions, and they did it. They did it.
He did, and I don't think he was even angry. I think he was more like just like no, like
Matter of fact.
yeah, like this is what you do and this is what comes with it. And what I liked about it is it felt like certain people just stepped up. You know, that's what that's important. I think I don't think you really realize it until you haven't got it. Like we have not had it because De Bruyne has not been there and whatever. But the greats do step up.
Foden is starting to show that he's him.
He is, isn't he? Like.
He's starting to show it.
Was that his most where do you rank this performance of the season, by the way? Because I mean, obviously in terms of quality and importance and so on, it feels like a season-changing win, doesn't it?
It's definitely the best win. It's probably the most important result as of right now. Because
I agree.
I'll probably say that the 2 wins in this run have been needed. Because I want to say that I don't think we played bad during this run. It's just
you look at the table.
Can't even say it.
Look at the table.
Yeah.
If we
if
we turned one of those draws into a win now, then we would be
we would have been out of sight. I feel.
Even just one more draw. To win, we'd be on 39 points, which would be 3 points behind Liverpool, and would be 1 point behind Arsenal. That's just one of those.
And we got a game in hand as well. I feel like this situation where we're always chasing, I feel like it suits us.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just feels like we're just used to chasing after the teams.
I don't think they can. I said that as well, Joe, after the match. If we win this, if we get these players back and then we know that we can, I don't think if we show any form of any kind of real form, I don't think Liverpool and Arsenal can handle it. I don't think they can.
Because I've been watching some of their games during this running, and they haven't been. They've been good, but they haven't been killing off teams as much as we have either. It's been weird. We're only 5 points off them. They haven't. I was expecting them to just run away from it, and they haven't.
I don't think they're capable. I don't think either of these sides are. I think they're good sides, but I do think with our fixtures coming up, they're going to drop points again. These two, and Villa won't stand the course. I don't think.
I'm praying for West Ham tomorrow. Who
they got? Who's got West Ham tomorrow? I don't pay attention. Is it
Arsenal?
Arsenal, yeah. Is it away or at home for Arsenal?
I think it is. Let me just check.
Arsenal, I've already got it here. Arsenal at home. You never know, though. You never know. They've got Fulham away after that. Then they'll probably win that, but you never know, do you? 8-15.
Sure.
You could drop some points there. They do all of a sudden. game on, isn't it? It's game
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
I don't know, Marcus, mate. I am right now. I'm confident because I felt like that performance could be the one that sort of changes the narrative a little bit.
Yeah.
And the goal badge does hit. It just does, and it does give you that,
Yeah.
that air of responsibility and
Yeah.
not responsibility, air of invincibility. Sorry. And
Yeah.
like once you've got Phil Foden playing like that, and
Yeah.
KDB back,
Yeah.
things
Doku
change.
as well.
Doku as well. Doku's like he's different to what we've got, obviously, as well. That's the thing about
Yeah.
Doku and Haaland. Haaland, Doku, KDB are just elite level attackers, aren't they? So
Yeah.
God, I want to see more on the same team. How'd you pick that team? I don't even know. It'd be nice to have the bench. Also, as well, it's little things like we just don't really have much on the bench right now. So to have those three back as well as options, even if they're on the bench, it just changes everything, doesn't it?
When Guardiola came on, he cooked. Like Guardiola was amazing today. Like I think that he like he was that driving presence going forward on that left as well. Like he helped a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I was really impressed with Guardiola. I've been impressed with him this whole season, really. Like he hasn't been too badly.
Yeah, I've been really impressed as well. I think I don't really get the necessary panic around Guardiola. Like some people say he's not perfect all the time. It's like he's just a kid. He's still. I know he cost a lot of money, but
he's only
got so much
21.
talent. Yeah, and he's got so much talent, and he'll be fine. Marcus, before you go, a couple of predictions for here. When do you think we'll see De Bruyne next? Like when?
Hopefully by the game I got. Hopefully by the time. Hopefully for the Burnley game because I'm not in the stadium that game.
You go to the Burnley game.
Yeah,
I think that's his first start. I think that's his first start, Burnley. So I think
hopefully
you're
for the
lucky
Burnley
there. Marcus, I'm gonna jump on to Sammy if that's all right. But it's been a pleasure chatting to you as always. And in a bit, see you later, pal. I'm gonna bring Sammy on, who I accidentally just put on for half a second. I don't know if you want to notice that, but I'm gonna go to Sammy anyway now. Sammy, mate.
I got it. I saw it. I was like, whoa.
You wouldn't have saw it on my. You would have seen it
on
on
the
studio.
yeah.
But how you doing, man? Long time no speak.
I'm good, brother. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. So a little context for everyone. Me and Nicola went to New York many years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago, 5 years ago maybe. And
I think it was 6.
we went to the Mad Hatter in New York. Was it Mad Hatter? I think it was, wasn't it?
Amity Hall.
Amity Hall, that was it. It was Amity Hall. Mad Hatter was where it used to be. And we met the New York Supporters Club and we got chatting to Sammy. And Sammy was like, look, I'll show you good pizza in New York. And he went, all right then. And we just met Sammy near his work and he drove us to Brooklyn to get a slice of pizza and it was phenomenal. And he was a man of his word.
Times, bro. I can't wait for you guys to come back.
Oh, man. Yeah, we'll have a little one in tow as well by then. And I can't.
We're waiting for you over here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Good to chat to you. I've missed you, mate. You good? You well?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, thank God. Working, everything's good. Family's good.
That's
what else can we ask for?
Does that pizza place still exist as well in Brooklyn?
Yeah, DeFar's. Yeah, actually, it was sad a couple of years ago. The old man that worked there actually passed away.
Oh, I can picture him as well.
Yeah. He was there since like 1968, 69.
Oh man,
passed at 85. But I mean, hey, he
had a good innings.
Put his kids in the business, so his daughter and his sons are still running them. They actually opened up a couple of chain pizzerias, so they're doing well, bro.
Oh, good on him. That's a good story.
Yeah.
That's class. And I want to get over to New York again. We love it over there.
We need you back. We miss you.
Me and Nicola, we were just saying yesterday, we love New York, and I feel like me and Nicola are like New Yorkers who aren't New Yorkers. Like we've got that. We have the energy of New York in us. I can't explain it.
We'll take you to a Mets game now too. No Yankees. No Yankees.
Well, I think if it's any kind of consolation, when we went to a Yankees game, Nicola was not well, so I feel like that was sort of like life telling us we went to the wrong way. So we left after half an hour. So
we went to the Bronx, man. Nobody goes to the Bronx when they come to New York.
You still have to. Anyway, let's chat about football because everyone else is like, what are you guys on about? What did you make of that today, man? Did you enjoy it?
I mean,
or enjoy the right word? I don't know.
After the first 30 minutes not getting a goal, and I was kind of, getting that panic that we've been having the last 5-6 games, where it's like we're not executing the chances and finishing everything. And then after that 30-minute spell, Everton started getting like a good run. They were pressing us actually, like ridiculously. And the mistakes, man. I mean, a lot of people are going at Rodri for the mistakes. I didn't think he had a good game. Obviously not. Yeah. He gave up the ball a bunch of times. One thing that he did do well during the game, which I feel like he always does well, is his ping passes, spraying the ball out wide.
Yeah.
consistently did that throughout the game. But I think the problem is just he's not the guy to control the midfield for us. You understand? Like he looked so great in that midfield with Gundogan in front of him, KDB healthy in front of him. He had those guys to complement his play style to help control the ball, give it back to him so he can spray it wherever he wants on the field. But the midfield, I feel like, has been the problem, man.
Yeah, I
it's
think
been a
he's.
mess.
I think he definitely. He's not. He can't create everything for us. Like he had
Yeah.
113 completed passes tonight at 120. So like,
Yeah,
as
that's
much
what
as-
I mean. Like his
It's ridiculous. It's one of those things where
his
we talk about
passing's there.
Yeah, that's 94%, but at 146 touches. So he is still, as much as he made a couple of duds,
Yeah.
he still kept the ball ridiculously
I
well.
yeah, I didn't blame him. Like I wasn't just like, oh, Roger, what are like what are you doing? I feel like everybody had like shaky
Stupid
moments.
numbers up,
I
by the
think
way.
it's a chemistry in the team right now. Ever since Doku went down, we had like a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
excitement going forward. There's just been this weird chemistry with the team right now where everybody's making mistakes. People you don't expect to ever see mistakes are making mistakes. Bernardo, Akanji, Ederson with some weird passing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. But
I
God
think
bless Phil Foden,
balance,
man.
the balance of the team, and I talk about
Yeah,
experience.
like I said, the
Experience and
chemistry, the equilibrium is a little bit
It's
off
just
right
off,
now.
innit?
I'm
You're right.
telling
You're
you.
absolutely, and that's a
Yeah.
combination of
Yeah.
injuries and losing certain players, and
Yeah.
it'll also be what we've achieved, and then it's little things like apparently Alvarez's English is not that good, and not that it matters, but when you start to add 0.5% here and there, and you got new players
Yeah.
come in, and so everyone's a little bit like looking around at each other a little bit, and then they're waiting, and normally KDB going, "Come on, KDB, have his hand in face on
Yeah,
you."
you need those talismans.
And like,
I mean,
I guess that's what Phil did, didn't he? That's what Phil did today. Phil
yeah,
decided,
Phil, when he started letting the shots go, boy, I tell you, I was like, one of these are going in. Once he pinged that other one, and he took another like 2 or 3
one
long
off the
range
post
efforts,
for
and I
me.
was just,
Oh mate, that one off the post for me was.
I was in bed watching, dude. I was lying down. I jumped. I jumped from my bed once it left his foot. Honestly, I lost it a little bit. That was
Honest,
wild,
I
man.
needed that to go in that one off the post because it was just
Yeah,
the angle. He was the. I love when you watch football, especially when you watch it online or whatever, you watch it on a screen, so you're not in the ground. It's easier to see when a player's going to take a shot because they telegraph it. You can always see when a player.
yeah.
But that was just out of nowhere. I love it when you see
Yeah,
a shot
no,
in football that surprises everyone. Like that was
Kind of reminded me of the Dortmund Champions League goal
Yeah.
that he scored against Holland. That was from outside the box. I think this one against Everton was a little farther out, but just that one goal we needed to get the team going, push us to win the game. And
what a man.
yeah, he was great, bro. I mean, it was nice to see. I feel like Walker's been getting a lot of slander too,
Yeah.
just because he doesn't provide much going forward. But he was carrying the ball through the
He
midfield
was good
after he
second half,
beat the
particularly.
press. Yeah, he beat the press a couple of times and took off through the midfield, especially in that second half. He did it 2 or 3 times. That's nice to see, man. I mean, we haven't seen production from the fullbacks this season really like that at all because we got used to Cancelo,
Yeah, of course.
these other guys that are creating and pushing forward, and
Even Zidane was better, wasn't he? Like
yeah,
was.
Zinchenko too. I mean, these are guys who are wingers, midfielders playing in left
Yeah.
back, right back. So we were. It was like a refreshing thing to see. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't know Walker for going forward, but he did it well today.
It's honest as well as his attitude as well. I thought he was like he didn't have the best first off, but then the team didn't. But then I think largely you could tell there was a sense of like, all right, I need to step up here a little bit, and there was.
Yeah, I mean that when you were talking about it in the live stream, because I was watching when you were like, "What's Walker doing with the coach there on the sideline?" I was like, "Yo, let him do what he gotta do, man."
I
Like,
did sort of like backtrack afterwards. I was like, "Do you know what? No, actually,
yeah, no.
I saw the
you
replay. And I
walked
saw
it
the
back,
replay, and I was like,
yeah.
"Do you know what? He wouldn't give him the ball." I was like, "Fair enough." In that
Which
instance,
didn't make any sense because your team's losing. Why are you holding on to the ball for? You'd probably want to get the game going, and you don't want to give.
I think he said that was an Everton coach. I actually remember.
It was the
Ian
like one of the.
And Ian Wong was an old footballer. I remember him because he played for Forest, I think, as a winger. Did he play for Forest as a winger? He did, yeah. So Ian Wong was the kind of guy who was a left winger back in the 90s. I remember he had 218 appearances for Forest. I just remember that name. I just remember because he's like proper like 90s sticker book player. And he was a good player back in his day, and you think he'd understand, like as a former attacking left winger, that you need to score a goal, instead of keeping the ball. But it cost him in the end, didn't it? I enjoyed that tonight, mate. I think it's important. I've asked a couple of people this tonight, but I want to know what you think to sort of end the video. Is this, look, we just won, of course, the Club World Cup. We've got some key players on the horizon to return, and we've just, tonight, this game, I hate to put a lot on one game, but it just felt important tonight. It felt important tonight that we won, given we would have been a long way behind some of these teams, you know, and we would have been sat in 5th as well. I know it's only with a game in hand, but it felt, how important is this game tonight? You know, is this a turning point? Can it be a turning point?
Who are we? Who are we to doubt a second half of the season Pep team? How many times has he proved us wrong before? I put it in the chat during the actual watch along during the live stream. I was like, 2020, 2021, we were 8th place at this point in the season. 8th place. And people are doubting this team. That's one.
We were low as 8th. I can't even remember that, man. I know.
I saw a graphic on Twitter. I was actually looking. I think it was I forgot which one of those big, you know.
It was the West Brom game. Was like the low one, wasn't it? Low point, I think.
Yeah, like they posted like every champion's position at Boxing Day for like the last 20 seasons.
Oh yeah.
I saw 2021 City were in 8th place. 8th place. There's a whole half of a season to go. We have players coming back. I'm not doubting Pep. You know, I grew up watching shit sports teams all my life. This is the one sport team that's actually brought me.
How dare you?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is the one sports team that's actually brought me so much joy watching them since I'm a little kid, since they signed Robinho, you know, Prison FC. Sorry, but I was a huge Brazil guy when I was younger. All those legends, and Robinho was one of my favorites to watch in midfield when City signed.
Yeah. Look where we are now, man. Look where we are. It's been a journey, and you're right. We can't doubt him. Sammy, mate, I'm gonna end the video here.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna tell you. I know you got the wife, the kid.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Send them my love.
I will do.
And just for everybody watching, just so you can know, this gentleman right here, as you see him online, in person, amazing human being. It was an honor when I got to meet him. I was nervous meeting him, you know, and I was 20 years old at the time. I'm 26 now. And real person, real human being there. And
that's very kind of you, man.
I respect this man a lot. Nicola's awesome too, and I'm sure your son's gonna grow up to be as awesome as his father.
Don't make me emotional, mate. Genuinely.
Nah, don't get emotional, brother. Just,
no, it's sweet. I like to think people online don't realize that I am one.
No, they don't, bro.
I'm so sincere. Literally,
it's like they're so desensitized to what's actually real on the internet now because they're used to seeing Goldbridge and all these guys just posting this toxic shit on the internet. You got real quality content here. An amazing creator.
Thank you,
amazing
mate.
Person. So everybody in the chat, just so you know, this is.
I transferred £100 to Sammy to say this at the start of the video.
Yeah.
Sammy's actually my long lost brother, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Sammy, cheers, mate.
Bro. God bless you,
naturally, as every bloke has to do, they have to deflect when someone says something nice about them, make a self-deprecating joke.
Of course.
Right, guys. All right. I'm gonna end.
We all know, Stephen. We all know, brother.
Thanks, mate.
Take
cheers
easy,
to you. Cheers to you, pal. I'm gonna end the video with Sammy on it because Sammy's a legend. And of course, if you're in New York, go and check out a game at Amity Hall with the New York Sports Club, the top one over there. And go. What's it called? The pizza place in Brooklyn again? DeFares, was it?
DeFares Pizza.
DeFares Pizza. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Guys, City have just won 3-1. Sammy's a top bloke. So is who else has been on the video? Louis and Markus, Sam, Scott, Keval. And Michael as well. I think I've made everyone there. Top bloke from top blokes all around. Top night from Manchester City Football Club. In a bit, have a wonderful night. Go watch the match reaction. Sammy, once again, thank you so much, my friend. Catch you in a bit.
Say hello.
Bye bye, guys.